What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the what we call it?
Conspiracy corner.
Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah,
Yeah. So in this Conspiracy Corner that we have today is Oshin has a conspiracy about us, basically.
yeah, yeah. So I was on TikTok last week and I follow a page that comes up with these theories of some kind, right? And I was reading through it. It was more of a slideshow, So I was sliding through and they were explaining on different slideshows, different pictures about this theory. So basically, the theory is called the AI prompt theory. And the theory comes from it kind of comes from, you could say, people that believe that we are in a simulation. It kind of goes into that, it kind of blends in together.
Mm-hmm.
So the main theory goes that when we were born, like when I was born and Mert was born,
Mm-hmm.
that we were basically programmed in some way to live a certain life. So what we're doing now, we're making a podcast. Some people believe that we were made, me and Martin, like, I know it sounds a bit like homosexual, but like it kind of sounds like that me and Martin were brought together to do this podcast, right?
Whoa, wait, wait,
I know,
wait,
right, right.
wait, wait,
But this is what some people are talking about, right? And like, do I believe it? To be quite honest with you, with the internet nowadays, I kind of believe in the theory, right?
I think it's shite.
Because, right,
Okay, let's hear your
all of
theory.
these like catastrophic events that has happened over the history of humanity and all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like we could say the eruption of Pompeii, or
Mm-hmm.
we could say 9/11, or we could say the Concordia disaster, or the Chernobyl disaster, or whatever. We could all say that these are all main parts of history, right? And they
Mm-hmm.
are. So the theory is that when we were born, that we were programmed in some way to live out our lives, and that certain things happen for a reason. And to be quite honest,
You
I'm I'm
you
I'm
do
on the
you do you,
borderline.
do you think that's AI making all that?
I don't think it's AI. I think it's, and this is where it's tricky because, as I says, I'm on the borderline of this theory, right?
Okay, okay.
Like, what do I think 9/11 was happened because of AI? No, what I believe in is that these people, Al Qaeda, ISIS, whatever you want to call them,
Mm-hmm.
were basically brainwashed in some way to carry out these acts of terrorism, which we know as today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what I mean by brainwash is, I believe, just like what the Soviets done to the Chinese during the Cuban Missile Crisis, um, they were brainwashed, and they were using these, some might say psychedelic drugs, some might say medicine.
Did you
Or,
think do you there's a lot of people out there actually that thinks like, oh, 9/11 was like planned by the government of America or something like that.
yeah,
Do you believe that?
to an extent, yes.
How?
And I'll explain to you now, right?
I
So,
actually saw a very funny video of Jack Black.
yeah, yeah.
So basically, there's a video of him from Minecraft movie, and it's just like flint and steel, and then he throws the flint and steel at the Twin Towers, and then he says, "Welcome to the Nether," and then it's just like fucking it's just fucking bad to talk about.
Yeah, like I'll explain like what I believe in. I definitely believe the US had some connection with either Al Qaeda or ISIS. I believe that Bush had some connection with one of the top leaders of ISIS or Al Qaeda. I honestly don't know who done it. I don't know who actually done 9/11. I don't know if it was ISIS or Al Qaeda. I'm just saying both names because they're well-known terrorist organizations. But um, yes, I do believe that Bush did have some kind of connection because, one of them, right, $4 billion, right, disappeared, right, the day of 9/11 when it crashed, when one of the planes crashed into the part of the Pentagon where the money was kept, right? Now, some people will say, oh, yeah, well, the plane hit the building at a certain speed that, the paper just burnt up.
True, because that would
Yeah,
happen.
but why were they not kept in metal steel boxes? If, you
It's
know,
the Pentagon.
yeah, I know it's highly secured. Like, I know not every bleeding Tom, Dick, and Harry can just walk into the Pentagon and steal money, but they said $4 billion. The owner of the trade center, this is point two now. The owner of the trade centers, when the day, right, this is more of a part one and part two. The day of 9/11, right,
Hmm.
was sick, right? He was sick, right?
Yeah.
Day two
Or
is
he
sorry,
could have been
point
really sick, and you're just saying that he was sick.
point two, yeah, is that a month before it happened, literally on the exact same day of 9/11. So instead of 9/11, it was 8/11, right?
Mm.
Or no, sorry, no, I'm getting that mixed up. It's fucking
I think it was like 8:47 or 8:30.
yeah, well, yeah,
Huh.
yeah, whatever the
Whatever.
fuck it was. Anyway, yeah, he took out any insurance on the towers, like life insurance on the towers. So why would he do that a month before it happened? Did he have some kind of connection as well with
Or he
the?
might have just wanted to take insurance out
That's what some people say as well.
because people don't know if something else is going to happen because it's just going to be like fucking weird if the hey, I'm going to take out insurance. Why are you taking it out? Oh, I think I know the building's going to collapse. Why would he how would he fucking know that the building, right, will collapse?
Third point, in 1993, there was a bombing that happened on the car park, the staff car park of I believe it was the South Tower, right? Um, and um, it was like I think maybe another member of Al Qaeda or ISIS, I don't know, but there was a bomb that blew up and the complete like staff parking lot was just destroyed, right? Maybe maybe that was another reason why he took it out. People don't know, but yeah, back to your question. Yeah, I definitely believe that Bush and the owner of the World Trade Center knew something was coming up.
Mm, I think it's just bullshit. That my thing, and this is all part got to do with the AI type of thing.
I wouldn't say it links in together, but like,
Here's my theory about the AI thing.
okay,
I'm religious,
right.
so you're saying there's no God.
Well, I wouldn't say there's no God. I would say God was actually created by AI.
How the fuck could he be created by AI? It
Now,
started from
listen,
this.
I know that's a heavy answer, right? And a heavy statement, right? So you say you're religious, right? Okay. So when Jesus was having his Last Supper, who did
Hmm.
he invite to the Last Supper?
Judas and 12 disciples.
All the disciples, right?
Hmm.
One of the theory goes that one of Jesus' disciples, right? Now, I know this is a bit far-fetched, right? one of Jesus' disciples, right? I don't know the exact one now. It was a TikTok I seen way back. The theory goes that one of his disciples was a time traveler.
How? No, 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 no.
I know it's heavy,
Oh,
man. I know it's heavy, right? I know it's heavy, right?
not heavy. It's just bullshit. How the fuck could one of them be a fucking time traveler?
It goes from it's basically like they're trying to come they basically knew that AI was going to go into the future and make benefits and all of the disadvantages for people as well. But what I mean by time travelers, I don't mean like a guy that gets into a fucking DeLorean and fucking goes back in time. I'm talking about like a guy that, in some words, time traveler by mind. And this is where the DMT theory comes into place. But I'm going to save that for the next episode. But
Hmm.
um, I believe, yeah. See what our background is now. See the way
Hmm.
it's space.
Yeah.
Well, see all those the brighter stars.
Hmm.
You know what they are?
Their universes are like
Yeah,
stars dying.
yeah, they're galaxies, right? So the theory on how people think that certain people are time travelers
So are you
is
saying
that
that these stars are like the time travelers?
I won't say they're time travelers, they're portals to time travelers.
Oh, for God's sake, come
I
on.
know that's deep, man. I know that's deep,
Fucking
right?
hell.
But man, like if you're in conspiracy theories, man, there's like so much shit like we have to like talk about, man. Like there's so much stuff going on, man, in the world. Like, like I'm not trying to like fry your brain or anything, man. But I'm
Oh,
just gonna
you're
say
you're not frying my brain. I just know that all this is like a bunch of bullshit type of stuff that I think, right? You you deal with your theories. I deal with my real shit, right? One, how the fuck can be a time traveler call like in mind go back to Jesus and be like, hey, I'm one of your disciples now, and then he just says like, sure, you're part of it.
that brings us on to the coordinates theory.
What the fuck is the coordinate part? Is this
The
part of the AI thing?
coord the coordinate, well, yeah, it can actually go into it. The coordinates of the Earth, right? If you match up the pyramids, right, with the Easter Island heads, right, also with the what's the fucking place in India, the Taj Mahal,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you mix the three of them together, the coordinates on that, right, it is supposed to bring you to deserted a deserted part of the world where people believe these time travelers are in some way they find a loophole or a portal of some kind and they're basically brought back to these past lives that they believe that they were on the current life, which is a really deep theory. That's a really deep theory now.
Do you believe in time travel? Eh. Do you believe it's real? Probably not. Probably in the future, it might be. I don't fucking know.
Then I'll say this, right? I'm gonna put my hand up, yeah. In the future, yeah, if all of these theories come out to be bullshit, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say, here, I'm wrong. All
Okay.
this, right? If time travel becomes a thing in 10, 15 years' time, whatever it is, right? I will be the very first person to say, right, I believed in a certain theory 5 years ago. I put my hand up and I was wrong.
Now, if you think about it, right? If you go back in time, right? And like from the very start, and you search all of this, right? And if you go like, okay, let me have a look. What about the Big Bang? Do you think that's AI?
No, no, no. No, no, I don't think the Big Bang was it. I think the Big Bang was the meteor that came and wiped like the dinosaurs and all this.
That's not the Big Bang. Like the Big Bang is like the very first thing
Oh, you
with
mean the
the universe.
universe?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
universe.
yeah. See, yeah, I'm getting mixed up with the fucking dinosaur killer meteor. Yeah, never mind.
Do you think that's AI?
No, I believe it's the start of human evolution.
Okay. And like like the 7 days and all that, where God made Earth and all that, and so do you think God AI probably,
I wouldn't say himself.
or are
Wait,
you saying that there's
wait.
people behind it?
Oh, you want to get into this, don't you, man?
Yeah, because
You want to get into
I'm
okay, right,
because I'm gonna be like, this is all bullshit type of thing, because I think it is,
right,
because it's
okay,
just
okay,
AI type of shit,
right,
right? You're thinking AI, I'm thinking real shit right now. So
right.
let's get into this.
You're saying, do I believe that God is the AI? No, I believe.
God, my
Well,
breath.
I'll say this, right? I believe that he is some kind of powerful entity, right?
He's God. It's the creator of Earth. He's there for us. He created Jesus. He created people. So if you think
That's
about it,
yeah, like that's where I'm coming from. As in, like, yeah, I believe he's a powerful being to
mhm.
create things.
So are
What else
you?
creates
But
things?
no. But
And
so are
what else
you?
creates things?
I
AI. Let's go, brother. Let's
Oh,
go. Let's go.
so you're saying, but who first made AI? In If God was the first person that we ever knew, who the fuck made AI then?
Aliens.
Oh my fucking god! So you saying we're part of an alien civilization that
To an extent,
are
yeah.
making us AI?
To an extent, yeah, because
And you're basically saying, right, that we are like the co-host of a fucking show for them.
I definitely believe Earth is a farm for aliens.
Oh, no. But AI isn't real. How are they gonna do farms if we're not real? And they're like, oh, they're not real. Can't get anything off of them.
I think you're getting mixed up now with AI like prompts and AI as in well, I'll say this, right? My
AI
whole
is everything.
my whole look, right, on how the human like the human fucking evolution happened, that I believe that we came from another planet, right? Now, I know this is far-fetched, right?
Hmm.
What I mean by that is I mean that when we were preaching God, preaching all these, right,
Hmm.
that we were in a different planet altogether, right? And when we were when churches were a thing and all this, when they all started getting big,
Hmm.
mosques, all these religious buildings, I believe we were here and we were remembering what we were kind of programmed on this other earth by aliens.
But for fuck's sake,
I know, man. It's no. Well, we'll just leave it at that, man. Right? Because I think
let's just leave the
it's
episode there.
it's a very it's very complex and it can get very deep and I don't want to be um
Do you remember the other one that you told me about? When you
the
die, you might not see.
yeah
Here's my
yeah
theory, right? Okay, I told this to Oshin a few days ago, right? Now, if you die
yeah
and you see your loved one,
mm.
what do you think your loved one would be? Would your loved one be the same age when you see them die, or see them, or would you see them like when they were younger, or when you first met them, or? something like that.
Yeah, when we were talking about that, man, I was actually thinking about that, like the evening of that day, and I was thinking probably when our loved one passed, I kind of believe that they still look like that to an
Mm,
extent, and but they don't look sick or they don't look
mm.
ill or anything like that. You know, they don't
It's
have
because
that.
they're in heaven and
Yeah,
they want to look good. You want to look good and
exactly.
all
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah,
But then there's also the theory of you saying that we might never see them again.
yeah. That's another theory. Yeah,
I believe that's not true because when we die, we're going to go up to heaven. Some people are going to go to hell. Some people are going to heaven. Some people,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
right? I just think there is something. There's something up there.
yeah.
But when you say like there's nothing, that's like a little bit, far fetched.
Yeah, like, yeah, I definitely believe that, like, there is a higher power of some kind, like higher being, and all this, and um, yeah, like,
It's
yeah,
making
like,
it sound like that he's our boss, but he isn't.
basically, yeah.
He isn't though.
Well, the Bible, right? It can be controversial, right? Because I never knew that. You know the way they say Jesus says he loves everybody, right? He
Mm-hmm.
loves
But
everybody, right?
I don't know if we should do that on here because I don't want to like get people upset or anything on this. So
I won't say that. Yeah, I think yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
yeah,
Yeah,
the next episode we'll be doing for the next conspiracy corner. We're doing like what was it like a drug, isn't it? Like you were talking about.
DMT theory.
We're going to be talking about that in the next episode of conspiracy corner, and then also we are doing another thing like a true crime video or something. I don't know. We can do like a true crime.
Yeah,
I don't know what one we'll talk about. Like probably talk about Jeffrey Dahmer or
yeah, yeah,
something like that. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, well, yeah.
what were you about to say?
Good talking, bro.
What were you about to say?
Oh, I talk later, guys.
Okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.
Peace out.